Hello everyone and welcome to another nice video. Today my name is Doom and I want to present you a plus 17 Ecodome. We did a great key today. I think we have a lot of nice pulls done on this one. We had like 0 death unless the end boss were ongoing. And yeah, in this video of course as always a few more tips and tricks about the boss mechanics, also a few explanations how I am playing the bosses mostly as Windwalker, to just make sure to have the best DPS output, or just to make sure to help on specific boss mechanics. Here you see the route, kinda a common route I think. We are just going here a bit more after the second boss, so going a bit more here to the left side and skipping a few trash packs. And here we're going to make a melt skip with the Prot Paladin. I think it's a Night Elf, to just skip this big mob you will see later in the pull. I'm gonna show you again. Kinda easy, the melt skip. Very good if you're DH or just Night Elf, I think. But for now I think everyone can do it with the melt skip, because I think they changed something on tanks, but considering to myself I'm not a main tank, so nothing where I'm sure about it. So first pull, kinda normal pull, a big pull with Bloodlust of course. Just make sure to focus at Destroyer. The kicks are here at the mites, not anyways, but I would not go too deep on that one. Just make sure to use some defensives early on. Kick them, use your AoE stuns, knock-ups, knockbacks, and then you are mostly very fine, especially with the Prot Paladin has so many kicks, so just make sure to have a good priority target damage like I did in this one with the Destroyer. Just make sure to dodge the AoE circles you see here, and that's kinda it on the first pull. Some of them just pulling even more. On this one I think we just played it quite safe. Some just going up the stairs at the front that you can see here, just going with more mites and more gorgers. But I think it's not necessary. Just go safe, do two semi-big pulls at the first, well, before the first boss. Here you can, maybe as tank, you can go a bit bigger and just can pull the 2 packs before the wall. You don't see it now that good because of my vision of my screen. But here, 2 scavengers on the left side. You just have seen it now, I think. I may go a little bit back just to show you. On this one, give me a second here. Just to show you the 2 scavengers I'm talking about. You can pull with that one, at least at a little bit lower keys I think, but also on this key it should have been possible, like these 2 here, just pull them with this pack. But yeah, it's just like my personal perspective, because you have 0 kicks to do here. If the tank is going to survive it, it should be definitely fine. And yeah, now you see he's pulling them, but he's going with them more to the first boss, but I think it's not necessary. You're not losing really time on this one. It's just a bit more scary with the circles here, but yeah. So first boss, one of the easiest bosses I think, this expansion, Mythic Plus. If you just watching about the mechanics quite carefully. Here by the way I would recommend to save sometimes your Crackling Yali Lightning, just to make sure to kill the Eds if you're struggling on them. If not, just blast into the boss, because of course the most important stuff is always to just nuke the bosses as soon as possible, to just have the most damage output. Here you see as well, I'm just using it on CD, not saving them for the main hits. The boss itself is going to spawn 4 circles that you are seeing now around the boss. The big blue circles, those are slowing circles that slow the ads that are just spawning in intermission, while the boss is just trying to grab you through him. And to him, I mean, sorry. And so just make sure to kill those ads before they're going to reach the boss. Now you see it, it's Devour, the intermission. So here you see I'm just using my Crackling Guy Lightning stacks on my side, moving over just to go safe to kill them. Wouldn't have been necessary, but I just wanted to go safe. And then just Devour is ongoing. You can use a defensive here. I think the damage income is not that big, but you see still the group is dropping a bit, but not that much. You mostly play, I think, 2 intermissions on plus 16 keys to 17 keys, like this one. So 2 intermissions should be kind of fine, not really more. So just spread those circles around the bosses on all 4 positions, like left, right, behind the boss and in front of the boss, like we did before. Again, 2 circles. There will come 2 more circles, and then 2 times is always normal ads that has just been off-cleaved. Just don't focus them, just go fully boss, just off-cleave them. Stick together a bit while the ads are spawning, and then you are more than safe. Here you see again the mites. Yeah, just stun them a bit, makes it easier to go sure, to go safe. And then second Devour is coming, where the boss is going to grab you. Next ads are spawning, perfect positions here, because the ads are spawning directly on melee. That's really good for us. Just kill them, move over. Here you can use stun totems, Ring of Peace, just to keep them away from the boss. That's really important. They are not allowed to get eaten by the boss, or if they're going to get eaten by the boss is getting stacks and doing more damage, and you may die. Yeah, so I think 1 or maybe 2 ads on lower keys is fine, but you shouldn't really risk it for the biscuit, because on higher keys I think it will be a wipe if you just miss 1 of those. So just make sure to kill them ASAP. And yeah, nothing more ongoing here, just safe play, fully boss. Here's just one thing I did. I saw bosses on 100 million HPS. I didn't use my Crackling Guy Lightning because I were kind of sure we were going to into a bigger next pack, so I was just like, okay, let's save it for the next trash pack, because boss damage on this one was already kinda done. So here's coming the mild skip, by the way. We're going to skip the Sentinel. A really good skip here, by the way, because the Sentinels are really scary and also annoying, especially with the full melee comp. It can lead off into a wipe in here, so just make sure to skip that one. If you can skip it, just use all your defensives and just stack a bit on the tank, because you're spawning small circles under you and they are going to kill you. They're making a lot of damage on you if you're just standing in them a little bit. So here again, I just played the macro, by the way. You can see it here on the underside here. I will focus star kick, so just to tell them again, I am on star. No need to worry about that one, at least for the normal kicks. And if you have a prot paladin, by the way, I would recommend just let him go first for the stuns, because that's really good on paladins. Paladins have one of the most stuns in the game as tanks, so just let your paladin do the first stuns, kicks, etc., and then just use yours, yeah? That's really important. So we have a lot of stuns, and I think enough stuns to just kill bigger trash packs as well. So just play nicely around your AoE stuns. Yeah, so that's a really easy to play, I think. The trash packs here in this dungeon are not that scary. Also the casts those ads are doing don't make the most damage. Here, the first sentinel, because you skipped the first one. That's a scary mob here. Yeah, so really make sure, especially after 50%, to just focus a sentinel, because after 50%, that's when the boss, the mini boss, the sentinel, is doing their small melee circles that makes tons of damage, and it's also important. Here you see them, by the way. Here they were spawning the small purple bluish circles, and also care about the frontals the sentinel is doing. Yeah, that's the two mechanics on this mini boss that are really scary. The decay here, it's really good if you just try to grip the ruin stalkers. You see in this pack here that are shooting around the lines, like this one here now, and going to make tons of damage if they're going to reach here. You can also just stun them, knock them up, hard to see them. You can also use your we can also use our stun here as well, our AoE stun or a Ring of Peace, to just make sure to care about them. Or we can also just paralyze them, by the way. Yeah, works as well. So as tank here, I recommend you can go kind of big. I wouldn't go too big, especially if you're running out of knocks, etc., because the ruin stalkers are really annoying, I think, especially for casters. I think for melee it's not that big of a deal to just dodge them, but as a caster it can lead to tons of DPS loss if you just have to move around them, and you cannot cast while moving, can cost you a lot of damage. So make sure to just stun them, knock them up, or to not go too big in here. You see, we just always like around 5 to 6 targets, and not even more. The tank did a really good job, I think, especially he was looking around our cities, I think, because he was always going into the bigger ones with more of our main cooldowns that we got on DPS, so did a good job, I think. And healer as well. I mean, healer was also a big boy. I think he was already on 3.5 KIO or so, already timed every 17 key if I'm not wrong. So it was a big boy and did a very good job as well. Alright, here you see just one more sentinel before we are able to pull the boss, before we going to the sentinel. He just putting a bit more on the right side. But this is also a scary pull. Face blades, some kicks, frontals that you can see here, and yeah, some ritualists. So now I'm using all my CDs. You see also some major defensives, and fully blasting now the sentinel because he's on 50%, and now you can just see how big we blasted this one. Yeah, we did really amazing on this mob, I think. Really perfect, and even though we got a lot of small circles around us that doing the tons of damage, you can see like here I dropped nearly to 50%, I think, by one tick or maybe 2 ticks, I'm not sure, but yeah, because I was casting my crackling eye lightning and I didn't want to move because of the damage loss, of course. So I just decided to fully cast it and to watch my HP, but it was fine. So yeah, then we're just going to second boss, Avash. Avash is also not that big of a problem, I think. You can, that's why normally you're always going to pull one trash pick into the boss. On lower keys I wouldn't recommend doing so, yeah. Just do it on bigger keys, so to save some time on the trash picks if you just pull them into the boss. So the mechanics of this boss, you just have seen the first mechanic already. He's spawning 2 circles on 2 different players that you have to spread around, and with those circles Oh wait, we'll just go a bit back because it went a little bit too fast maybe for some of you. Give me a second to just show you the mechanic. So these are the circles I was talking about. You see here we got 2 circles, 2 random players. I heard that you can just move from one circle to the other if you focus by yourself here to just mine the ticking damage. I don't know if it's necessary. I just think you can just blast those small pillars that are spawning by those circles, because you cannot move out of the circle, but you can move over the other circle. If you just like on left side, you can move to the right side, from right side to left side, yeah? So if you focus on this one, just make sure to blast them. If you're not focused by them, just stand outside, doesn't matter, just stay inside and just blast those small adds that are spawning, or the small pillars that are spawning by those AOT circles ASAP, to make sure to get rid of the damage that are being done by those circles. Use some defensives on this one if you have something ready. Here you can also use your crackling lightning as a Windwalker. Just use your mechanic to just touch them if you've got it ready, just to kill them ASAP. That's really important, especially in hierarchies, because the tick is doing a good damage. So let's go on. Here you see the javelins. Yeah. Here moving over to the other side, just make sure, but I was just too, or the other side was just too fast on the killing, so it was anyways. But if you're lower on damage, you just can move over and you get rid of the damage. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's official, to be fair, but I heard it and it really worked on both keys on my 16 as it worked on my 17 mostly. But on this one now, you have just seen it was very fast, so not really that big of a deal. Yeah, here you see the next the first intermission. You're just getting focused by those beams, by those random adds. You have just to stay in between Tabat and this add to just get the beam through the boss here. On each time you're doing that, you are just getting a bit ticking damage. You see it already, we ticked it down a bit, and you have also to make sure to not overlap with your buddy. So this is a bit scary here. Just make sure to spread a bit more over, that you do not overlap with your mates and you're staying safe, okay? So this is can lead to a wipe, or just can lead to a death if you overlap them with your mate. So especially like here, Iboga is a shaman, so it can hurt lower classes like shamans that are really squishy a bit more than it will hurt you as a Windwalker. But yeah, it's just a safe play. After this phase, here by the way, boss is immune to damage, so just make sure to survive here. Focus the small trash packs. Spread, and now the boss is being split, so now you see Avash and you see Tabat, so the bosses are now got split and they're getting double damage. So make sure in this one to use your all your big cooldowns. If you have saved something, especially 3-minute cooldowns, might be good to save in this one. 1.30 minutes like ours is a bit anyways. Just play around with the ads, etc. pp. And you find here you see the next mechanic, the 2 javelins again. Just cutting guy lightning just to make them low, focus them a bit, touch of death if you can. Here I missed it for some reasons, but anyways, that's the next one. Touched it and just focus the boss. And here you can see as well, I just decided to not save my CDs, I just were using them full into the boss, no matter what. Here again, we're moving over. Here you can see it perfectly, like I did it, like I was explaining it before. Normal warp strike. This is not the intermission, by the way, just a normal warp strike. Don't stay in between the strike and the boss, or you're getting tons of damage, like you're gonna get in the intermission. Next Arcane Blitz on another player. Another one, intermission again. Use aim set here, yeah, good aim set, or just go and heal your team members like I did on this one, because there's nothing to be worried about in this intermission. Then boss is damage immune again, yeah, don't big blast the boss, just play it safe to survive. Use here your critical lightning stacks, use all your major second CDs and just fully blast the boss as we did here. Yep, that's on the boss. I think no more things to mention. Just play around the defenses in the intermission. Here one more time with the javelins. Just kill them ASAP. Strike, then move with it. And boss is dead. You see the time as well, like on 16, 15. That's what you should aim for, around 16 to 17, and lower keys is fine as well, of course. We timed the key like, I think nearly 2 minutes in time, but yeah, it was a little bit lower on the times. We had a bit more time, would have been a bit more time left if we wouldn't have had like 3 or 4 deaths on the last boss. I think it was 4 deaths on the last boss, and we missed 1 trash pick, so it could have been like 2 minutes in time, or 2 minutes and 30 seconds, something around that one. This, by the way, I thought it would have been a scary pull because it was very big, a really big pull. And I had no CDs ongoing on this one, so I was a bit scared, to be fair. But we did not bad. I don't know if the ritualists are doing that less damage. But yeah, we were fine. You just have to care here, by the way, the circles you see, the big orange-brown circles. They are being done by those creepers, and this is also the reason why we nearly wiped on the end boss, because we were grabbing them into the end boss and got knocked up, and I was just petting on the boss and just completely brain AFKing, focusing the boss, and didn't care about it. It was a bit unfortunate, especially I lost Bloodlust as well. So here, just play safe around those creepers, dodge the AoE circles, use some defensives, and just kick them, knock them with the Ring of Peace, use your AoE stun. So here I played really just safe to not die, just focus on the kicks. I think it could have been much more damage here, but I just fucked up some stuff here as well. But yeah, anyways, damage is still like on 12 million on this pull. Not too bad, I think. But I would recommend, especially in lower keys, to go a little bit more chill on this one. I wouldn't recommend to do this pull as tank in 16, 17 keys. I think 17 keys as well is unnecessary here, because it's might be scary with other groups, but we had a really good healer, so depends a bit on your group comp as well. But the time management is really okay here, so I wouldn't go too big on pulls where you are having no CTs. Here, by the way, you're gonna skip the Pact Keeper. I would recommend you skip all of them if you can, at least all of them before you're reaching the boss room, because we're going to face the 2 mobs before the boss room as well, but those are not the scary ones. The scary ones are here and before the boss room, but we skipped them, so this route is really good. I think the tank has chosen a really good pack route that I'm also just recommend to use, so that's why we're just showing the route on the start. Again, just pick the Ruined Stalkers if you can, stun them, dodge the circles by the creepers, kick your Far Stalkers. Really easy on this one. to mention that the trash here is really forgiving. If you are missing kicks, I think they do not kill you at all. They make less damage than others. Like especially, I think Priory is one of the most unforgiving dungeons that you can play concerning to missing kicks. So yeah. Here you see, by the way, the pact speaker. The ability by the pact speaker is to spawn a spirit. If you do not kill a spirit ASAP, the boss, the pact speaker, is going to get a shield, and you have just to burst down. So just make sure always to directly focus the add on a spirit to have no shields activated on the pact speaker, or at least not as much as you can. Just mind about that, because the shield is going to get higher and higher until longer the add is going to live. So just make sure to kill the add ASAP. You can save your crackling guard lightning stacks if you are nearly to use them anyways, but don't stand for them for hours. Yeah, so just play nicely around them. Here, perfect timing with the CDs, and here you're going to see me saving the crackling guy lightning stacks for the last shield phase of the next one. Now he's going to use its ability, consume spirit, and now you're going to see the shield, and it's a lot of the shield. Yeah, you see, I think nearly 50 million per tick or so on plus 17. So really make sure to focus the spirit. I just fucked up a bit with my my target macro, or at least with my focus macro. So I just clicked late on the spirit by hand, and yeah, did miss to instantly nuke it with my Yari lightning, but it was fine. Yep, nothing special ongoing here. We're just going up, and we're going to pull some more trash. And here on lower keys, on higher keys, I would recommend doing it like the tank has been done it. But on lower keys, I would say that it's not necessary to pull that much trash into the boss, because I wasn't used to it. I just died on this one because we had some creepers within the boss with the AoE circles, the brown one, that are just instantly killing you. So I was just really playing bad on this one, so it's not like any excuses. But yeah, on the last boss, here you see, by the way, he died as well, the first one. Now I died here. Bit unfortunate, because you have to run around to just get your mirrors. Yeah, that's the first mechanic. Whenever the boss is going to split, he is casting beams on your mirrors, and if you do not catch your mirrors before those beams being cast, you're going to just die. So make sure to just catch your mirrors ASAP, at least on this one, and just go back to the boss. Like here, you see the next ones, just go into them, focus the boss, kill the boss, and GG. Dodge the brown AoE circles if you're going to see them. And then the boss is going into intermission, and here you just see I made a mistake, because you have to catch 3 of them, and you have to make sure to catch those especially that are in the beam. Like here you can see the first one I already collected. I'm going a bit back to just show you again on this one. First one now I collected here, you see. Now beam is going off. I didn't reach that one, it's going to vanish, so you always have to make sure to get this one first, because those one is doing a lot of damage, like the other one is doing a lot of damage as well, that you just have to catch before with the 4 lines, yeah? It's the same taking damage that you're going to get here if you're going to miss your mirror. So make sure always to reach the mirrors first that are in the beam, okay? But try to extend your buff because you're getting a damage buff that makes more damage on yourself, for yourself to the boss. So make sure to just extend those as long as possible. Just take always one by one in the intermission to get the most damage output on this one, but focus first always the mirrors you can get from the beams. That's also a mechanic, by the way. Here you have to just to split on a normal way, collect your mirror if you see one, and it's GG. Alright, that's all about this boss. We just missed a bit percentages on this one later on, but the key was timed. No more to explain about this boss. The boss is just going lower and lower. It's going again in the intermission. Here I played it a lot better on the second one. I got the first one. Again, here you just see fucked up again with the mirrors. So I got again taking damage, and you see it takes around 5 million. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. So just use defensives if you miss one mirror. I nearly died here. So I played really bad on this boss. Just always collect your mirrors in the beams. Small beams or big beams, doesn't matter, just collect them. Play it safe. And if you can, just extend your damage buff. But more important to just collect them for your healers. Like this one, yeah, that's the small beams. I missed it by the way as well, yeah. You see, I just jumped into it, but I didn't reach it for some reasons, I don't know. I think the healer already did quite rage on me. I couldn't understand it if he would have been mad about me, because I really played bad on this boss and we nearly died because of that. So, and we had no more CR, so it was really bad for me. Alright, so yeah, just you can see here, last trash we were just playing in this one. Here we also made a stupid last trash pack because we just need one ritualist, and we just skipped the 3 pack, but someone body pulled it, and so we had just to play even more, and it was kind of scary, I think, with the cast, but yeah. It was timed, so who cares? A nice key. Good healer. Healer was really doing a very good job, but tank as well, and the damage was also very fine, I think. So, alright, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope if you liked it, just give me a subscribe, just leave an abo if you want to see more content, would be really appreciated, and also make sure to give me a like if you like the video, okay? So, yep, next videos will come, I hope, this week. I will see how much time I got the next few days. Yep, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.